IDs on you?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Do you have an ID on you?
I'm disinclined to present my identification. Thank you. I appreciate the request.
Do you have your driver license on you? Can I see your driver license?
You can't see mine now.
Oh, if you show you mine,
A policy that was being raised.
And are you taping right now?
I'm
Are
sorry?
you recording right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately.
Are you guys requiring that people that have firearms, that
this
they
another
allow the
recording?
school to examine their homes? Yeah, it's just another recording. It's just another recording. It's just another recording. It's just another recording. All right, guys. So we met a very nice lady who was questioning what we were doing filming, and then she let us know that the Bristol School Administration instituted a policy that any parents who exhibited their Second Amendment right or had a license to carry a firearm, the school demanded that they had the ability to inspect these people's homes.
I don't know how it turned out because I didn't realize. I saw it after the fact, but there was a meeting and what they wanted to do was basically give the school the right to know what kids' parents had firearms in their house.
That's crazy.
Look it up. For this school system.
So we're actually going to head down there. She's asked to accompany us, and with Leroy Truth Investigations, we're going to check it out. Let's go see. Guys, interesting sign we just passed. It said Bristol, home of America's oldest 4th of July celebration. So a town that's been celebrating our freedom and independence longer than any other place publicly wants to restrict your Second Amendment rights. And if you have Second Amendment rights, they demand entry into your home. This is crazy. Let's go see. Guys, look, the road lines are literally red, white, and blue. I expect to see a lot of freedom here. Oh, they really like their freedom. A red, white, and blue house. Oh, lots of freedom. She's gonna think that we're losing her. Go. I'm good, man. How are you?
Good.
Appreciate it. I'm sorry?
What can I do for you?
Oh, I'm good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day. Nice big open office. It's always nice to work in like an office where you're not cluttered, you have a little bit of room to breathe, and people aren't right on top of you. I like that. We're gonna do some investigation here. What a... Here's the good old doorbell. Door should just be open, right? public building. Hello. So the bell's ringing. I can't hear you. No. Just had to come in and ask a couple questions. The door's locked. The superintendent's office?
Superintendent's not here. I can get their secretary for you.
Oh yeah, that'd be. I'm sorry.
What is your name?
I'm Good Citizen.
You're who?
Good Citizen.
Good citizen.
Can we open the door? I feel like it was a public building. It's just so odd. The door's locked. Can't believe it. And they don't post online their address, anything. If you want to speak to the school administration, the address they give you is to an old abandoned building. It's very sketchy. Very, very sketchy. Well, we're getting camera ready here is what we're doing. So very odd. Why do you guys normally keep the doors locked?
Excuse me?
Do you guys normally keep the doors locked?
Yeah.
Why?
Security?
Security for what? It's a public building.
Well, we will let you in if you have an appointment.
I mean, like, the police department's open, the town hall is open. Yes, it is. The downstairs is open.
You can't walk into the back of the police department.
Of course you can. Why can't you? Where's the front end? Is there a different entrance I should use? Oh. I'm so confused. It's just like, it's locked. Hi. I'm sorry? Yeah, I'm a journalist.
We have a policy here that you make an appointment for if you're seeing someone here. And I heard you wanted to see the superintendent.
Well, just someone from their office. I had a question about a policy that was being raised.
And are you taping right now?
I'm
Are
sorry?
you recording right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately.
Are you guys requiring that people that have firearms, that
this
they
another
allow the
recording?
school
So
to examine their homes? Yeah, it's just another recording. It's just another recording. It's just another recording. It's just another recording.
I'm not with him.
Sir, are you trying to scoop me?
I don't know about scooping. I just want to find out. I heard this rumor about. I'm not with him. I don't know what he's talking to you about. I have a question.
Yeah, so are you trying to make parents let you into their home if they have firearms? Like, in order for a child to get public schooling, they have to allow the school into their home to examine their property?
You're gonna ring the doorbell again.
I'm so confused. What's happening?
It says welcome. Please ring doorbell. Well, this is not a welcome. This is ignoring.
Sir, can I help you?
Yes.
Yes, we're trying to get answers to some questions, but we're being told that we're not allowed to record, I guess?
Well,
Yes.
first of all, you're the first ones that I've ever had to come in to record. What are you looking to record?
Oh, well, my question is that the school board was trying to instill a policy where in order for a parent to register their child and get education, if they had a firearm in the home, they had to allow the school to come examine their home. So I was just trying to ask if that policy's been instilled yet and why you guys are doing that.
Okay, well, I don't know about that in a policy. The superintendent is in a meeting all day, so I'm sorry to say I cannot help you.
Why are you talking so rudely? You know, it says welcome, please ring doorbell, and we are very, very concerned people here that want to make sure that the Fourth Amendment right is not shredded by Warren, Connecticut, simply because someone chooses to express their Second Amendment right. And if their child is in a public education setting, that parent has to surrender that Fourth Amendment right. Now, I'm Leroy Truth of Leroy Truth Investigations, and I'm very, very concerned. And here's Leroy Truth Investigations. I'm an investigative journalist.
Okay. I think that your best scenario is to either leave a message for the superintendent.
But why? I can talk to 3 different people right now. 3 different people have greeted me. I mean, are you? If you guys aren't qualified?
Yes, none of those people have any information.
Well, they do. They just won't give it to us while we have a camera. So it seems like, and I don't have a problem with you. I don't know who you are because you're hiding behind the doorbell. But for parents who have firearms, they have to let the school examine their home. So they have to give up their Fourth Amendment right for their Second Amendment right. And right now, to get any service from you, we have to give up our First Amendment right.
Fourth Amendment rights, okay? You need to call with...
I did. We pressed a button. It just seems like the school likes to strip your rights away.
And make an appointment if you have some concerns.
We're here right now, and who else can we talk with other than the superintendent?
What's her name?
Right now. And by the way, what's your name? I told you mine. I'm Leroy. What's your name?
My name is Registrar. I am the registrar here.
You know, registrar starts with R, which is rude, and you're being very rude right now.
I need your name for a records request, though. So
I did not let you in the door.
are you delaying my records request? I just need your name so I can fill out a records request. Looks like maybe someone's coming to talk to us. Maybe we're not going to be treated like trash.
So
Hi, how are you? Finally, someone that has a smile that's not just here to yell at us.
Can I help you?
Hi, what is your position here?
The Director of Human Resources. I use some,
Excellent.
you have a good side.
You have both are good sides. So we just had we're not going to come in. Can you just open the door so I'm not...
People are only allowed in by appointment.
No, we don't want to come. We don't need to come in. Can you just open the door so we can hear you a little bit better? Because I'm shouting through... Okay.
Just open the door. We're human beings. Can you just open it?
We have a sign that's posted that says, by appointment only.
But we're not going to come in. We just want to know if you could maybe open the door so we can hear, or step out so we could hear you a little bit better.
I'm not sure what you're here for,
So my question is about this. So the school board would like to institute a policy where, in order for parents with firearms to register their students, they have to allow the school to inspect their home. So to practice their Second Amendment right, they have to allow the school to violate their Fourth Amendment right. So I was just coming to find out a little bit about that policy, and has it been instilled yet?
Okay, so the best thing is to...
We'll step over here. Can you just open the door?
This is ridiculous that you won't open the door. Just communicate, person to person. What is the fear? I've never seen this before.
You can call the superintendent's office.
We're here right now.
And she will give you whatever comments you need.
Can you tell us, so since you're human resources, we were trying to do a records request on, I believe it was that young lady right there, is that the registrar?
She is.
Perfect, so I just need her name so I can fill out a Freedom of Information Act request to get her salary and stuff like that, so she didn't want to provide her name.
Oh, you could request that too, but can you not, you're gonna go out that way, right?
Yeah, go down, go around the other side.
So you could request that from the superintendent's office as well. Do you have the superintendent, Deanna Riley?
Well, I just need her name. I'm going to do my records request right now. I know you wouldn't violate a federal records request.
Oh, sure. So her name is Lori.
Lori, perfect. And the other blonde young lady that was right there?
I don't know who you're referring to.
I think she's just standing right there.
Okay, I don't know who you were speaking to.
You're just talking to her right there.
There's 3 people in that office.
Yeah, I'll take the names of all 3 for my records request.
Okay.
Thank you. So we have Lori.
Right,
That's
Lori.
person number 1
That's
for the
the registrar,
record.
right?
Registrar. So
Right.
we'll do that one downstairs. And then she's just going to get the other 3.
Who you spoke with.
So just the 3 names, like that lady right there with her back to us, I'd like her name right there.
Okay, that's Tammy Borges,
Tammy, okay. And the other 2 people in the office?
Liza Olson,
Okay.
and Catherine Brown.
Okay, Catherine Brown. So Liza, Tammy, and Lori.
Record request.
Yeah.
Please do that through the superintendent.
The superintendent. Oh, so what door's he got to get out? The other one. Should we go to that door? Oh, we'll go to that door. I mean,
I'm not sure why I've told you, you need to go through the superintendent's office. And you need
Hi,
to
Tammy.
do a request. There's a sign downstairs that tells you that.
Yeah, but I don't really listen to signs. There's only one piece of paper
That's
that
your
matters to
policy.
me.
Your policy, I don't have to follow your rules. I follow the Constitution, I follow freedom, and follow your rules. So we're here right now, and we're looking for help right now.
I'm sorry?
Is that not reasonable? We are here right now, and we're talking through a door here, by the way. This is like really crazy.
And yet you're arguing with me, and I'm telling you, you have recourse. You need to speak with the superintendent's office, please. That's all.
All right, so can we make an appointment with you?
Not with me, no, I don't.
So how do I make an appointment with the superintendent?
Give her a call.
So the superintendent's secretary wouldn't be able to help me make an appointment with the person who she's an administrative assistant to. I would have to leave the building, go online, or use the phone to call the same person that's right there to get an appointment. So why don't I just forget the phone call and just make one right now?
I provided you with all the information.
As school resources, you guys must be like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Why should he leave a building to talk to someone who's here right now? I just need an appointment.
Okay, well, I suggest
Perfect.
that you call the executive assistant to the superintendent.
And that's Lori?
No, it's not.
Oh.
So I suggest that you call the building and that you can get an appointment. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day.
Firm.
That was one of the most ridiculous things I've seen. Won't open the door.
And you didn't even say, hear ye.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
So Lori, Tammy, and we'll go back.
Yeah, we'll go back.
Wow.
And welcome.
So welcome to the administration building. Please check in at the registration desk.
Right, which is right there. I want to go there. Welcome.
But you can't. Why can't you go there? No.
I just realized something. It said, welcome to the administration building. Please check in at the registration office,
Okay, that's for people who have an appointment,
which is there.
which is there. That's for people who have an appointment. So if you would just please call the superintendent's office.
What's the number?
253.
Hold on, I don't want to record.
Press 4 for School Elementary.
I'm gonna have to call them back, guys. Hold on a second. We just had the Popo show up. 5-0. All right, what's up, guys?
What are you here for?
They called us down here and said 2 people were trying to get in. You need an appointment.
We're asking for information.
Yeah.
Why would they call the police for the public, as we are, asking for information about, something we're concerned about?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
So there's this new policy we'd like to get some information about, where to register your child in the school system, if you're a parent that has like a license to carry, concealed carry permit, you have to waive your Fourth Amendment right and allow the school to examine and inspect your home. So we're trying to get information on that, or now she came out, or
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing is they need to make an appointment, correct?
yeah, that's what they kept saying, and I didn't understand because a person that makes appointments is right there. So why would I? Now this being a school place where like they teach kids, I hope they're not.
There's no school here, this is just the administration.
Administration, right? And they instill the curriculum. Like, so I should leave and then call the person that I just spoke to that's right up there. It didn't make a lot of sense to me.
I don't know, I know that policy is that you have to make an appointment. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, well, I was actually just calling them, but I hung up on them right now because I wanted to speak to you. Nice gentleman. What's your name?
Kevin.
Kevin? And your name?
It's in badge 37.
Thanks very much. Yeah.
Do you want me to ask them if you can have an appointment now?
Or if they could,
That's what we wanted.
or if they could just schedule an appointment for us, we'd be happy to come back at a later date.
Then to please call the superintendent's office and speak to the executive.
But if it's now, they can do it now. We're here.
But I do, because I'm talking to you, do you guys have some IDs on you?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Do you have an ID on you?
I'm disinclined to present my identification. Thank you. I appreciate the request.
Do you have your driver license on you? Can I see your driver license?
You can't see mine now.
Oh, if you show you mine, I'll...
Yeah, I do exchange IDs. No, but so like, yeah, as you know, like there's
I
no,
get what you're
there's
saying.
no reasonable articulable suspicion to believe I've committed a crime, right?
No, well, it's not that, but it's like anytime we're out with somebody,
And no, you can request it.
we're requesting, because we're investigating what's going on here.
Yeah.
And then we usually run them through NCIC, whether they.
Yeah, the National Criminal Information Center. I'm going to refuse. I appreciate it though.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I refuse.
Yeah. But I will tell you one thing. If I have been and currently in the commission of, or I'm about to be involved in a felony misdemeanor city ordinance violation, and I was legally and lawfully detained, and you had reasonable articulable suspicion or probable cause to effect an arrest, I would absolutely comply with a peace officer and present my identification forthwith.
Okay, no problem.
That seems pretty good. And I went through a school. You know what I mean? Back when we were kids, school was a little bit different. They had civics classes and people understood their
I
rights.
understand. We're at this point just being a peace officer.
Right.
That's all.
So you have every right to ask,
Right.
and I have no problem having a cordial conversation. Sometimes they're like, no, you need to give me ID, you're going to jail. And then I say, well, take me to jail, and then...
No, especially nowadays, you don't want to get involved in that kind of stuff.
Right, of course.
Very good.
Everyone, equal respect, you haven't done anything wrong, so...
And you guys have been well behaved for years. As far as I did a video.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I've never seen... I mean, so there was an
What is this for?
IAB
I don't
investigation.
mind asking.
Well, we wanted to do I usually don't answer questions, but you're so nice. I wanted to do a story and get some more information on that the school board...
Oh, you work for a newspaper, you said?
I'm self-employed. I'm just an investigative journalist, and I'd like to find out why, or even legally if, a school board can deny admission of a student if a parent has a firearm and that parent won't let the school inspect their home. It's like, to exercise your Second Amendment right, you have to give up your Fourth Amendment right, and I wouldn't even do that with an actual sworn peace officer, let alone school board. So we're just trying to get some information and see who we can talk to, but what they failed to mention to you is the issue is not the appointment. The issue is that, it was between you and me, I've committed a crime. It's illegal to film.
That's what freaked them out. We have a right to document. We're both investigative journalists.
I'm feeling
Right, and you are too.
Right.
We're not saying, you know what, we're freaked out. You must turn that off. You've got every right to do that according to the First Amendment, which you are respecting on our side as well.
I have to keep it on per my policy now. Anytime we have interaction with people.
Right.
And it's
It's understandable that there'd be some hesitation because of the climate in America with some stuff that's going on. I understand that, and we're not adverse to that. We just want to get some information, and we should be able to find a medium where we don't have to give up our rights just to get a business card or anything.
I got the goods.
You got the goods.
What are the goods?
Okay, so,
I'm not going to put it on camera. I don't want people to see their information.
no, that's okay. Her name's Anna Riley, is the
Okay.
superintendent. She's out of the office until Tuesday. They said they usually give a 24-hour, you contact them, sometimes takes.
And they just told
24
us
hours.
that she was
In
in
a meeting all day.
meeting.
Did they lie?
She told me that she's
Yeah.
out of the office. Could it be she's out of the office because of a
You know
meeting?
what?
I don't know, sir.
Officer, I think that and it's okay, this happens, we find it across America, and she
Yeah.
should probably get diagnosed. She has an acute case of liabetes.
No.
And she could be a liabetic, and we don't want to take it. Thank you very
I've never
much,
heard
I
that term.
appreciate it.
Yeah, so
Feel free to use it moving
That's
forward.
her email. You can also contact her by phone.
Okay.
And that's how you make an appointment. They said she was booked on till Tuesday, or she can't get you in until at least Tuesday. Is basically the moral of the story. I would say your best bet's probably going to be a Wednesday. I don't know if that works for you or not.
Yeah, any
But
day
they said
works.
Contact her either through email or if you call, ask that's her name.
Perfect.
And then she'll get back to you. She's the only person that would give you an interview. It's not quite an interview.
We even need an interview, even if she could point us in the direction of some literature. When you look up the school,
I was going to say, wouldn't that be online somewhere?
so it's not, to be perfectly honest with you, the school administration building is actually listed on the other street, and it's an abandoned
They moved it.
building.
Yeah, it was on
So
State Street.
there's no information that we can get at all. And of
But
course,
if they signed it into a bill,
no, it hasn't been signed, so they're trying to pass it. So there's
They're
no
trying to pass it. So now
there's
we
no
want to.
public records for us to request.
Right.
Since you guys were great, I want to leave you with a parting gift so you can have some smiles after you leave here. What you're going to do is you're going to find one of your partners, maybe usually like the real stiff guy, you know what I mean? And you're going to be like, hey man, don't want you to lose it, you dropped your pocket. And they're going to look down every single time. Get them in the locker room in front of the other guys or girls. Just
I gotta be honest with you, you almost had me on.
I know I did. See, but I told you it was coming. I didn't want to do that to you. So,
You know
I was
the
like,
effect
my
it will have.
pocket.
Yeah,
You know the effect it will have.
Yeah, well, I like the Lion even better, man. That one,
yeah.
I'm
If she
not
was in a
doing that.
movie, she was the star of The Lion King.
Yes.
But do that to one of the guys. Just like, hey man, don't want you to lose it. Drop your pocket.
I'm
They're
gonna use
looking
the
every time.
Liabilities probably in everyday life. from
You
here on
should.
out.
And by the way, you did a better job than them in to give us basic information that they could have given us without calling two
That
men
easy.
with guns to come and voted for bail. Like, hey,
What's funny is that, but they call it to, and I love the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
It's sleeve tattooed on me. But it's funny, when you look at the juxtaposition of it, it's kind of like an oxymoron. you're here to ask about our issue with guns. Hold on 1 second. I gotta call the guys with the
We're
guns.
guns, right.
I understand. You know, and I think they're not prepared.
We talked about that. There's been some stuff going on recently with schools and
It's awful.
yeah,
Right.
it's absolutely
I
terrible.
think with two guys, you got a woman that's just sitting over there, and
Yeah.
two guys come in,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Who are you guys? You don't have appointments," and that's usually their policy, from what I understand. So,
And we're nicer than I'm sure. Like sometimes when you get a camera, you know, because when I get angry or like a cop tries to violate my rights, like when they tell me they're going to arrest me, it better not be an idle threat, because at that point I'm going to jail right then. Like you're not going to take that back. I'm going with you. So let's get there. And like, you know, we're really nice. Like if it's not in that situation, no one's violating our rights. We're very calm, very laid back. Like imagine if I came in like a crocodile suit or something. They'd have a conniption.
but then
I just think that you're totally within your rights to do so with the camera. And
I got a
understand.
question for you,
I
though.
think that just stalls.
Right.
How could this have gone differently for them? Because again, we do what we do, journalists. So can you educate them so that they don't get afraid of cameras? Because just because they're afraid, it doesn't suspend our First Amendment rights. And especially we come very professionally.
Well, yeah, I think that what they could have done is just do the same thing I did for you.
And we would have been,
Right, you
we
would
would
have
have
been out of here
because
like
as
4
you,
minutes ago.
as you guys, yeah.
This is the name, this is the number, this is the email.
Well, it
this is
took us
how
that
it
long to
works.
get a number. So once they
Right.
finally gave us a number, because there's no numbers on that abandoned building page.
Yeah.
So when you came in, that's what we had on speakerphone. We're now calling the office, and the redundancy of I'm calling the lady that's behind the doorbell. But you guys have been great. I just say, do you need my ID or anything? No. See, he's on point.
because he already knows I said no.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he did.
I was seeing.
Listen,
You guys have a great
that's why I
day.
didn't. That's why I didn't pressure for it.
You know, you're on a
We
call.
always ask.
Of course.
That's our policy. When we have a conflict with anybody, we ask you.
Yeah.
We usually run.
I'm very aware of it, and I appreciate you asking. I appreciate you not giving me shit when I declined, and you guys are great. So we're gonna be on our way. We're not gonna be.
Another one question here, who plays good cop, bad cop? You like trade, or do you flip a coin?
I don't know what
Yeah.
I don't know any bad
Did
cops,
you?
but I am definitely on the good cop side. I'm pretty laid back.
No, see, with a face.
You're gonna find.
Simply with a face, like he's smiling right now. But I'll tell you one thing: if I was to both see you guys coming, and he turned the frown upside down, he's all business. I can see it right now. So I feel like he would be I'd probably defer to you to get away.
I want to talk to him.
He's usually the funny one, so I'll give him
Yeah,
that.
I'm a class clown.
Were you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
See, so Tiger sometimes can't change your stripes in the same way. We appreciate it. We're not gonna keep you here. I know you got other citizens to serve
That's
and
fine.
protect.
We
so.
don't mind. I try to like police with a little bit of flair. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to be up here, down here. Everything's equal. You know?
Right.
It's easy.
That's the thing. And so many police, there's only hundreds of thousands of people are going to see this. So many police think they're up here. It's in my camera. Up here, and the people are down there. That we're the enemy. That as soon as you see a human who doesn't have a badge and a gun, he's not part of the brotherhood. He's the enemy. Now you didn't seem to come out at us like that at all.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it sucks for you. Like, it sucks for you guys. Like, I have family, I have friends that some people don't believe it because what I do for a living that are actually police officers.
journalists, yeah.
You know. Well, some people like to think that because we have cameras, like we're police agitators. Like, I don't hate cops. I hate a person that abuses their position in any shape, in any field. And I always say, when you find cops that are doing the right thing, in my profession, I've met a lot more that have done the wrong thing because of what I do for trade. But they they hate it more than anyone else when a cop goes on the news and does something stupid, because that fucks it up for everybody.
It does.
You know, it makes it hard because then people are looking at you, and it doesn't matter what your name is or what you do in your spare time or how many kids you're taking care of, that you're a softball coach or that you're a great guy. You got a badge, you got a gun, you're the enemy, and there's not going to be any way to bridge any sort of gap. Which is, if that's what we're really trying to do, then to highlight these good interactions. Because it'd be very easy for you guys to come in and say, oh, I got cops for the thumbnail. Now I can start screaming and get a lot more views. But we need to start creating change. When you got officers like yourself that are doing a great job, I just want to say from my experience, I appreciate it.
I do have one last question here.
He likes to do this old English.
That's like a Bristol thing.
And what's the biggest enemy of a good cop? A bad
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
What
of
happens?
course.
Why there are so few good cops? Like, what do you do if you see a bad cop?
I would disagree
What would you
with
do?
that statement. I think there's a majority, and cops get a very bad name because you have the few that get televised. It's a very few, but that it gets instant attention. Think about, I don't know the number of how many interactions police have with people.
I think it's 1 million a day, I'm pretty sure. Throughout the
Is that it?
Compared to the bad interactions, and those are the ones that get put on TV. You rarely ever see a good interaction or something that the cop did well.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I got 120,000 followers, 40 million views, and I'm translated in 26 different languages, and I'm not cutting this pot out.
No, but here's the question though.
Yeah.
See, you see the bad cops on TV, but the biggest problem is how many of the so-called good cops stop those bad cops in either getting even as much as ID that, you know, they're not, a person's not legally required to give them, but the bad cop will escalate, arrest that person.
Technically, we have now it's in state law that we have to stop
report.
any crime.
Well, that's a step in the right direction. That's a
We
huge
could be
step in
held
the right
culpable
direction.
for that whole thing. So
Now, how is that catching? So let me, if you were to see, let's say, officer here, who would never ever commit a crime in his life.
Jensen. Or Derek. You can call
Derek,
him
thank you.
Derek Jensen.
You saw him committing a crime, right? And then obviously he's no different. You would enforce and detain. I know it's a little bit different for you because at that point you have to contact your supervisors, go through IAB. You're kind of, it's a little bit different. But would you, if you did the right thing, you turned Derek in because he broke the law, how is the climate change? Is it the thin blue line? Would the other cops understand what you did, or would you get shit for it?
So here's the other thing. Like you say, there's cameras everywhere. If I see him doing things like that, it's my obligation to stop it if it's something illegal. Do you know what I mean? But just because someone views it as not being the right thing, you know, we may have certain policies that, you know, yes, we do need this. Yes, you're being detained, or depending on the situation. Like like you were talking about before, the way you present yourself can make the situation either go bad or good.
Right.
But you know, for the most part, every guy's now. We're all human, so we may be like, oh yeah, okay, no, we can't do that. But anything like a part of your training that you should not be doing, everyone else should be intervening.
That's excellent to hear.
Well, that's right.
I
That-
find this
that's the right
job
thing.
is more common sense than anything. There's a lot of laws and stuff you have to know, but if it feels like you're doing the right thing, you're probably doing the right thing.
Oh, we all
If it feels
have a
like you're
moral
doing the wrong thing, then you're
moral
probably
compass.
doing the wrong
Like,
thing.
that's why there's the existence of cops and robbers. Like, you know that it's not good to go rob the stadium, so it probably makes sense that Derek is chasing behind you, shooting at you.
Well, I didn't shoot it.
Well, a robber would probably be shooting at the cops. I'm just saying, like, you know, you gotta.
Don't
One
shoot
like,
anybody in the back. That's
No,
not a good
no,
thing.
no.
You don't do that.
But if you would be examples in your life where if you see something, say something, meaning a cop doing a wrong thing or bad cop, because it is systemic in the culture nationwide that good cops don't stop bad cops generally.
I think a lot of the issues in policing have been brought on through themselves. Bring a lot of the old type of way doesn't fly anymore. Things are different now. But a lot of more things are expected from the police. It's a different job. Now you need to be a psychologist, an EMS. You need to be able to enforce.
And an
You need to have
administrative
all
assistant
that.
as well.
Wrap that, yes.
And there's good and bad too. I mean, you know, back in the day, you get pulled over, and you know, you're having a rough day. You're 18 years old. You're sitting in your car. You're pounding a few back, and a state trooper. I don't know if this ever happened to anyone. State trooper pulls up to a young me and says, "Hey, what are you doing? You're gonna leave your car here. I'm gonna give you a ride home." I said, and then not me. The person said, "No." I said, "Well, you have two options. You can come with me, or I'm going to call your father." And of course, I'd rather go with the police. It would be a favorable outcome. But then he gave me a ride home, and then the next day I picked up. I got rid of the alcohol, picked up my car. But that stuff also. So there's ups and downs. Like some of the community policing is what I'm saying has changed as well, because those same eyes that's providing transparency to the public also limits you a little bit in what you can do. I know one time I had to shut off my camera because a state trooper pulled me aside. He's like, "Listen, Josh, you know, I'm gonna let this guy go. He had no license, no registration. He lived around the corner. He's like, he's got kids. He can't take us towing his vehicle. I can't do that if it's on film." And I shut the camera off. The video was never released, and it exists. But it's one question before we go. Is it any way possible I could be put in handcuffs just for a second?
No, thank you. Sorry about that.
See, cops, this is how you know they're good, because the cops are always waiting to put me in
It's like,
cuffs.
please, thank Jesus, he gave us
No,
permission.
because, you know, like, I think, like, why would we do that? Because, first of all, he didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
Secondly, it makes us look bad, especially if we have videos. I have video of it.
Well, that's true. That's true. I had a cop give me a DUI test
17
once.
years and these get rusty.
You'll be
that's
all right.
with me.
Fine with
I don't
you.
get any enjoyment out of slapping cuffs on that. I really don't.
I appreciate
And
it.
I will leave this video for a lot of people that are watching it. The way that people, or at least me, I can only speak for myself, but the way that people interact with me, it does affect me. And you notice after George Floyd, just something as simple as Cumberland Farms, you know, just the looks, the way people talk to you or treat you, and look at you, you can tell, you can just feel it, you know what I mean? And that started to kind of dimmer down a little bit, and I always do what I can to make it better. And then, where was it? It just happened, it was awful. They beat him up in the street. What state?
Oh, Trey,
Tyree Nichols.
Tyree Nichols.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis.
It's a story I'm at.
Yeah, went right back. And I noticed people, so it groups. It doesn't matter if it happens 2,000 miles away. They're going to see the uniform and they're going to think you're all the same. So
Right.
at the end of the day, all I can do is my job, treat everybody great, put myself on an even playing field, and my goal is to have a positive interaction. The number one goal is this, I always say, if you can, I don't write a lot of tickets, but if I happen to write a ticket, if you can have somebody shake your hand after you give them a ticket, then you're probably pretty professional.
I'd say so.
That's interesting. Thank you
I
for
usually
taking
extend my
money.
hand, but it's not a shake I'm giving.
But here's one last question for you, from a personal experience, to leave you with this story from my life. I know what it's like to have a cop who's all about ego. And I was sitting in a car in a parking lot a few years ago. So there's no traffic infraction, no violation. A cop sees me there. For whatever reason, he comes up, bangs on my window, and demands to know, actually, he just demands my ID. And I ask him why. If he has a legitimate reason to ask me for it, then I will give it to him. I'm not going to refuse if I need to give it to him legally. But he won't tell me. He goes back and forth a few times. Give me your ID, screaming at me. Why? He needs to articulate it. Won't do that. He takes his gun out of his holster, points it right next to the temple of my head, because my window is down, with his finger on the trigger, and then arrests me. And he arrests me for obstructing government administration and trespassing.
Yeah, that's unheard of.
Gets thrown out of court. Judge says, what the hell are you even here for, when he found out the facts? But I know how close I was to being murdered by a cop for standing up for my Fourth Amendment right.
Yeah.
Was that around
So-
here? You
so-
don't mind me asking?
What's that?
Was that somewhere around close to here?
No, it was in New York.
New York?
Yeah, it wasn't Rhode Island.
And the cops had a rude awakening when they saw him on the news next to Chuck Schumer, working in tandem to create reform.
When I pull a car
You know?
over, right? The whole, you walk up, license registration. Immediately, I feel like that puts us right back there.
Absolutely.
I always say, hello, my name's Patrolman Derek Jensen, badge 37. The reason why I'm stopping you today is for this
Bingo.
reason.
You know, most
And I'll
police
tell
don't
you
do
what,
that.
99 out of 100 people absolutely have a wonderful interaction.
What are you stopping?
I think it's just something
Right.
as small as that.
What are you
Start it
stopping
off.
me for, officer? I'll tell you after I get the ID. Tell me now. You need to tell
Tell
me
them
now.
right away. I say,
But most people don't do that. So listen, all police watching this,
Yeah.
learn from these gentlemen here.
This
They
is my
are
name.
examples.
This is my name. This is my badge number. I work for the Bristol Police Department, and this is the reason why I'm stopping your vehicle today.
Good.
And I find I never have any problems.
We appreciate you, seriously. I've
Very much.
had interactions with you guys over the past 3 years. I've done a couple audits at the town halls, and I've been all around Rhode Island, and I've never had an experience, or even when people, there was one time someone sent me a video, and it wasn't even, I don't want to give too many details and throw this person on the bus, but there was an EMT that was acting disorderly with a person who was having some mental health issues that they're treating. The cop shows up, and so even the videos that I have got sent showed the police of Bristol in a positive light. So that's something to say. Over the course of 3 years, all these videos that either I do myself, other people do, or people send me, all you see is positive stuff. So I think that you guys should be. We'll fill a commendation out. We fill out complaints all the
Let's do
time.
that.
We'll do a commendation.
Yeah.
out.
Well, we appreciate it. I love what I do. I know Kevin loves what he does, and he's almost at the end of the road. I've got a long way left. But
Why you gotta throw his age
Good
out
job.
there? Tarek, you're a dick. Here he was, looking like the younger of the two, and you just threw him out there. Poor Kevin.
I wouldn't have known that. God.
That's his partner. Jeez.
we appreciate the positive feedback. That's for sure.
Yeah, no worries, absolutely. You guys have a good day. We're gonna head out the front door.
Yeah, we're gonna go with you. We're gonna go back to it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hold the door for you.
Okay.
See, that was a test. Cops never like us to walk behind them. See, that's good. That's good. We see that. Just see that all the time, like the simple stuff.
Yes, sir.
You guys are wonderful.
Problem.
That's why
I thought it was up.
Oh, we're going out this way. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't even know where we're going with the building. Make this look really bad. I'm being forced out by these cops. They're so mean. I'm just kidding, guys.
This way.
All right,
Walk
gentlemen.
this way.
No problem.
Have a good day. Take
If you
care.
have any questions,
Be
feel
safe.
free to call. No problem.
Absolutely. And it's my word. You guys will get a commendation on the desk, so I appreciate you guys. Have a great day.
Good luck to the both of you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. See, Bristol doing a good. See, every single time we come to Bristol, they're always nice.
And that was a very positive example.
That was pretty cool.
People who actually respect the Constitution, respect we the people's rights.
Is that a home or is that still a state house? Is that still a state house or is that like a home? Yeah, it's interesting.
Bristol State House.
It must be like a historical
I've
thing.
never been inside, so I couldn't
It's
tell you.
beautiful. It's a beautiful building.
Yeah, it is.
Have you ever been inside?
No, I've never been in. But I didn't want to go to the door if it's like someone's private home that's like, you know. It's very, very pretty.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I wish I knew, but sorry I don't.
No, it's okay.
I always thought it was the courthouse.
Oh, that could be too. It says George L. Sessions Courtroom. Oh, it does. It says courthouse.
It used
Yeah.
to be the courthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
All right, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. That's the reason I stopped you today.